What's up, guys? We're doing a review on the Emissary Predator 1 from the movie The Predator, from the original cut at least, that was scrapped. And on the box we got actual promo images of the real suit that they made, the whole Predator practical effects and all that stuff on the front. And then another shot of him right there too. This is actual real promo images that probably weren't used for anything at all. And then on the back there's pictures of the figure, the little bio. You guys can pause right here if you want to read that. Alright, so here we have the Emissary Predator out of packaging. Before looking into the figure, a little bit of history on this guy. He's not in the movie whatsoever, neither is the Emissary 2. These two Predators were part of the original script, and they actually made these suits, shot everything, had a version of the movie where it was involved with these characters where they would be human allies, and there was supposed to be all kinds of weird different mutated predators that they were going to fight and so on and so forth, but it didn't go well with test audiences, so they ended up scrapping all of it. I think it's absolutely insane and pretty hilarious that a predator is wearing camo gear when they can just go invisible, but I feel like that's the appeal of this figure. As far as his design, I actually really do like it because it is pretty random and just silly, and for that reason alone I wanted to get this figure. Also, like, it's kind of like a little piece of history because this didn't happen, and poor Neca, I guess, was caught in this whole mess because they were too far in production not to make these. They had the figure sculpted, tooled, everything. They had it ready to roll them out for production, but then they decided to reshoot like the whole entire movie in 2 months or so. But yeah, but still, it gave us a really cool figure at least, and Emissary 2 looks pretty awesome as well. The paint taps on this guy are really nice. I really love this purple that's going through the whole figure, mixed with this red and pink all up in here, and even some like dark purples over here, almost blue colors. And then there's also this like semi-metallic sheen all around. Like, see that head has like a little bit of shiny silver paint on it. And then he has all his camo military gear all over. Really great sculpt work, awesome paint work. Like, they really went all out on this, and it's pretty cool. Whether or not you think the design is cool or the just overall the idea isn't cool or whatever, I think the sculpt work and paint work is phenomenal on this guy. The face is really nice. For articulation on this guy, it's really great, just like the Fugitive Predator that just came out recently. He has a ball joint at the top of the head, allows for some great movement, pretty high up, down pretty far, nice pivot. It's pretty much on a ball and socket and a pin that goes straight up into the head. And then one place actually where it does suffer just a little bit is these shoulder pads are glued on even all the way up to here, so they do get in the way. So as far as arms moving out, like, this is as far as you're gonna get, which, I mean, it's not horrible, but I wish it can go out further because there's plenty of other figures, Predator figures, that can get out much more. But it's not the end of the world, it's okay. But yeah, you can go forward, back. No bicep swivel, but he has a swivel at the top of the elbow, right there, and then also a swivel at the lower forearm. And it comes in for a double jointed elbow. Really nice range. And then he has a wrist swivel, and then all the wrists pivot in and out like this. None of them go up and down like a gun hand would. And then he has some great waist articulation. He has probably just a ball joint down into the mid waist, and then another one down here at the bottom. But yeah, together it allows for some great range. You can go forward that much, back that much, side to side. And this part is all like soft rubber, so you can either like try to tuck this into the bottom, but it does tend to stick out a lot whenever you push out. But yeah, at the hips he has thigh swivel. You can also go out really far. You can do the splits, which is really great. And then you can go forward pretty far, all the way, and then back pretty far as well. And then he has a great double jointed double jointed knee. Comes all the way up. Really great range. And then also swivels at the knee, the top of the knee, And then he has just a ball joint at the bottom, which allows for some like ankle pivot, down and up a little bit. It's pretty good. Just enough to get him in whatever kind of pose you're looking for. But yeah. He comes with a pretty good amount of accessories. It comes with a alternate head with the biomask. Same design as the Fugitive, or this was the original, I guess, and Fugitive, they just adopted that design. That's why in the movie there's an extra biomask in that lab for some reason that we never acknowledge, but whatever. And it's cool because you could totally tell that they used the same head sculpt, or like an alternate half sculpt of that Predator, because he has that same ridge. It's not just like they took the Fugitive head sculpt and repainted it. So Neca always putting in that extra effort to put in all the detail, which is great, and all the dreads are separate like all the other Predator figures. And then he comes with some really cool alternate hands. Probably the first Predator with a trigger hand, I think, right? And then another hand to hold the barrel of the gun. So this guy will go here, and then this is the trigger finger right in here. It works just great. Just like that. And then he comes with two proper fist hands. It's not like those other Predator fisted hands that are like the thumbs up. These are like actual punching fist hands, which is pretty cool. Painted really, really well. And then the gun, which is really awesome. Right here. And even this whole ammo belt, this whole piece is like a little rubbery piece, so it won't break at all. You don't have to be scared of it like snapping off. These parts, however, are hard plastic, so maybe look out for that. Don't knock into it because this will probably snap off. But yeah, really, really nice. So here's the Emissary Predator next to some of the other figures from the Predator movie. It looks pretty cool. They're obviously all to scale because they're all made by the same company. One thing to note is that the helmet color and sheen on the Emissary is much more accurate to how the Fugitive's helmet looked in the movie, because if you guys look right here, it's kind of gray and muted, when in the movie it was this very like glossy black kind of look, which is pretty cool. I'm sure customizers out there can take that helmet off and put it on this guy. But we're also going to be getting a re-release, or not re-release, we're going to be getting the lab version of this guy where he doesn't have any of the armor on. So, and that one also comes with the helmet that lights up, I believe, which should be a pretty cool figure. And yeah, I mean, he looks great. It sucks that we never got to see this guy in the movie. I'm sure it would have been just as bad, but it could have been a more fun movie than what we ended up getting. I can't wait to get the Emissary 2 and see what he looks like next to this one. But yeah, he totally looks awesome here in his weird military getup, and I definitely recommend the guy. He's just too random not to have in your collection. But yeah, you guys should go pick him up. I know they're hitting like eBay right now. NECA's releasing it through like Amazon, eBay, all that stuff, and your local comic shop should start getting it within this week or the next. But yeah, good luck on finding yours.